Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Julian Rodriguez, Juice Manji, Big Lechuga, Big Husband Maine. You're not watching The Pulse. Alright, sneakers. Right off the bat. Not a whole lot worth talking about dropping this week, so I figure we'll talk about this restock, Jordan restock that they came out with on Monday. Really not, I don't know that many people that copped, came, around that time. They always do restocks like 4:30-ish, Pacific time. And, just a bunch of J's, so I wasn't particularly interested in it. If I was e-camping all day and near a computer, not at work, like an adult, I might have tried to snag a pair of Jordan 1s or something, maybe 88 3s, something like that. But, it is what it is. Really just a really uneventful week in sneakers. I know that if you, like me, are waiting for these 2K14 LeBrons, it hasn't been a great week. Those are delayed till June now, I believe. So middle of June is kind of the target date, which is fucking terrible because I have like IDs that I want to make and I don't want to make them yet if I don't know what the hell the shoe that I already have coming looks like. So it's kind of a catch-22. So basically, for me, just looking forward to those Everglades next week. All right, sports. Yes, NFL draft. Whew, I get too excited about the draft, man. I'm a little bummed that they moved it back 2 weeks. It's kind of like, it's messed with my draft habits and how I keep up with things. Because at this point, that extra 2 weeks is just 2 more weeks that they're going to slander all the top prospects and more bullshit smoke screens and leaked reports from teams. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it's taken a little bit of the fun out of it for me. But I know that I'll be straight tomorrow once the draft starts and everything goes on. I wish it was back like how it used to be around April 20th-ish and on Saturday and Sunday. This Thursday night shit, I gotta rush home from work tomorrow to catch the draft. I don't like that shit, man. I like waking up Saturday morning and watching the draft, like in the old days. And I'm not trying to be old guy. It was just better. That Thursday night shit, if you're on the West Coast, you have to rush home. I don't need another sporting event to try to rush home to watch. There's already plenty. But yeah, I'm just excited about the draft. I'm not even going to try to act like I know who teams are going to pick who. I think the only thing that I feel confident about is that Clowney will go number 1. Whether the Texans take him or whether they trade out of that pick, we'll see. But I think you could probably bank on Clowney going number 1. All right, KD is your MVP. Well-deserved, fantastic speech, really emotional speech. If you didn't feel that, if you couldn't appreciate that, or at least get maybe a little bit choked up or feeling, feeling good about that and emotional in a good way, then man, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. That was a beautiful speech. KD is just, for all the shit I joke on KD about on Twitter, I've always had the utmost respect for him, just as a human being and the way he goes about his job. Just a consummate pro. It's good to see good things happen to good people. All that little B curse stuff is funny. But you know what? It's cool that one of the best athletes we have in American pro sports seems just like a really good guy. It's refreshing. So it's good to see that. Salutes to Kevin Durant. You deserved it, Maine. Second round of the playoffs hasn't been as fun as the first round. Just a bunch of blowouts so far. But we'll see. We'll see how these series shake out. I think OKC will bounce back against the Clippers. I still kind of think the Clippers take that series. As far as the Spurs go, and I know I picked OKC to get to the finals, or did I? Did I pick the Spurs? I can't remember. The first round shook up my brain too much. But I think the Clippers come out of this series over OKC, and I think the Spurs will. I don't think Portland is quite ready yet. I think next year is the year that you have to really start thinking about them as contenders if they have a good offseason. But right now they're still a little green for the Spurs. And then we'll see Spurs Clippers, and for the sake of an exciting finals, I want to see the Clippers in the finals. But I don't want to see the Clippers in the finals because fuck the Clippers. Hip hop. I regretfully inform you guys that I did not go to the Danny Brown show. I forgot that it was, you know, all those Game 7s and Fight Night weekend, and the tickets were free. So me and the homie who were gonna go just decided to take a rain check on hanging out. We'll catch another show. But yeah, I wanted to watch the Mayweather-Maidana fight. So I did not see the Danny Brown show. And for the record, I know we're into the hip-hop segment, but I thought Mayweather won that fight. You know, I thought he turned the fight into his style, where, you know, Maidana's a slugger. You know, and he's a brawler, and really Floyd didn't come out of that fight looking hurt at all. So I have a hard time giving it to the guy who fights a more kind of straight fight style as opposed to boxing style. And I gotta give it to the defensive fighter when both guys come out looking like they didn't get touched up too bad. But it was an exciting fight, it was a good fight. Maidana, hell of a fighter, hell of an effort on his part. Hip hop, not a whole lot to speak on. You know, I haven't been listening to a whole lot. I do want to do a revision on my take on the YG album. If you guys watch my chat, my one-on-one timeout with Asian Joe, I kind of had to do a double take on the YG album. I like it a lot better than I initially thought. It's just straightforward, just good rap album. There's not much else you can say. It's cohesive. One of my favorite qualities about an album is when you have a rapper and a producer working on the bulk of the album together, and you have that with DJ Mustard and YG, and the album sounds cohesive. Like it sounds like the whole project was thought out and put together, not just a selection of tracks. Like so many albums end up sounding like compilations because rappers just work with all these different producers and just pick a bunch of shit and put it together without any kind of clear thought process and cohesion throughout the album. So I was very happy, you know, as I've listened to it in the car, and just, you know, and it helps that I'm driving around LA. You know, it's good. It's good, just life background music when you're cruising around. Yeah, it's just, you know, he's not a fucking lyrical genius or anything, but he made a good album. It was a good album, and you know, kudos to him and DJ Mustard on coming up with just a cohesive, tight album. Alright, so let me know what you guys think about all of the topics we have spoken about this week. I'm not going to be doing a Flourish Friday this week, only because there's like nothing dropping that as far as online. It's just kind of a shitty week. You know, if you can't get that superhero pack from the Nike Elites, then I don't know if a Flourish Friday was going to help you anyway. So don't expect that this week, but I will hit you with a shoe video this weekend and everything else. So let me know what you guys think about all the topics we discussed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid. Peace.